Welcome to Forever Exiled. I'm Justin, A.K. Tags.
And I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
Episode 325, I'm pretty sure. 325.
Yeah, good guess.
Nice. Of our podcast together. And yeah, hopefully everybody had a Merry Christmas or holidays. We got New Year's coming up. All the things. Big shout out to our patrons. Thanks everybody who resubbed up this week. We love your faces and appreciate it. Patreon gets you access to After Dark. It's just more of us. So thank you to everybody. And
yeah, thank you.
How are you? How's your week? How's your Christmas?
How are you? You go first.
Christmas is done. What do we got there, Ty? What's that one for?
Shut your face. It's an alarm. It's all
What's
good.
it telling you? Good things.
No, just that it's something about like getting kids ready for bed. Sure. Sorry about the interruption. No, all good.
Christmas was great. We had a good time. Family, kids had an awesome time.
Good.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice week. They're hanging out now, just chilling. Today's Boxing Day, so we recorded a little bit later. Played some games.
Good.
And then, yeah, it's good. Just getting ready for New Year's Eve. How are you? How was your Christmas?
Right. Good. Good. But before we get into that, I'm glad your family had a good time. It's always awesome. Justin's got a massive family, so
too many people.
Oh, so good. So good. You have a lot of extended family over, or like you normally host, right? Yeah, we host, the majority, like with your brother and sister and parents and in-laws, everybody show up at the same time. Do you have both sides of the family show up?
No, we my side of the family will come by a little bit earlier for us to do gifts with my side of the family.
Same day?
Yeah. So they'll come about an hour and a half before dinner, and then everybody's there at dinner from both sides of our family. And then just because my family tends to piss off early, we do all the gifts with Christina's family late because they're party animals.
And your parents don't care, or your side of the family doesn't care. That's when the gifts get done.
No, everybody loves it. Works great. So
they're pissing off with priority.
Yeah, no, it's good. It was a really good time. Kids had fun, which is always the best. So yeah.
All right, cool.
You?
I gotta say, got to give a shout out to your hoodie that you're wearing. That is just
like that.
I don't know how new, or I've never seen you. Did you get that new?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because it looks old school, man. Like, so any listeners, I don't know how much we've brought this up. Like for some listeners that know, Justin's got, I don't know if it's a fetish. Like it's not sexual. Well, maybe it is. I mean, I wouldn't know, but dude loves his shoes.
I have a thing. Yep.
He has a thing, and he also loves his Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, Air Jordan in terms of shoes, but just Jordan in general.
Yep.
And so, are you a fan of the Bulls, or was it just purely Jordan?
No, I like the Bulls during the years that Jordan was there.
Yeah. Who was it? It was Pippen, Jordan. Who was number 3? There was a solid number.
Dennis
3.
Rodman.
Of course, Denny Rodman. Yeah. I remember that. Gosh, that was, as a kid,
it was the best.
The stuff that Dennis Rodman was doing, like all that political stuff that Rodman was doing, that was like weird as a kid, when you're like 10 or 12.
And then you get on the court and just absolutely
just crushes it, right?
Yeah,
doesn't matter who the other two are. You just nail it. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Was that an accurate, like, you're a diehard Bulls, you're especially diehard Jordan guy, so you would probably know a lot more of the intricacies than even the documentaries would show. But was that The Last Dance on Netflix that came out ages ago? Was it legit, or was it all like make believe, like Drive to Survive for Formula One, which is still good, but
it wasn't. It was legit, which was fun.
Like right on. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So anyway, shout out to your hoodie, because it looks super old school.
Mm-hmm.
Super old school, just big red and black Chicago Bulls and that old school bowl. I can only see the horns in the camera, but seriously, that old school bull, if they don't wear that anymore, it's a crime. That's like the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not remove old school logos.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a good Christmas, Ty?
We did. Yes, we had a great Christmas. The 2 kids had a great time. Santa talk. Any listeners, Santa, earmuffs for 5 minutes. Start the timestamp in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This was the year, as I think I mentioned last week, I'd be surprised if I didn't, that my daughter, she was catching Santa this year. It was, but she had that 50-50 split of unsurety. She was fine no matter which way it went, but this was the year she was going to find out. Now, in my family, for some reason, I think it's changed throughout our marriage, but my wife's sure it's always been the same. We have the gifts themselves are from us or people, whoever, but it's the stockings that are from Santa.
Right.
Which really ties in well with the movie Klaus, which is one of my favorite movies ever on Netflix. But this year, my daughter was keen on making sure she could find out who was doing the stockings.
Mm-hmm.
And so ironically, or funny enough, she asked us, the parents, to hit the play and pause button on her video camera that she specifically set up to record. And she's tested ahead of time. She's like, okay, I have just over an hour of memory space left on my camera. So you can't record all night. Dad, can you hit it, just before you guys are going to start doing your own gifts? Can you hit record? And then when you're finished, can you hit pause? So I don't know what, it was just really funny. But of course, we'd been doing it this whole time. So we went through the actions of like drinking the milk and eating the cookies. Well, my wife did, because I can't eat or drink any of that stuff, and going through and like organizing the gifts. And she just had this wonderful experience this year of just feeling really cool about knowing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the irony of my son, who's 2 years younger, like 2 or 3 years ago, deciding that Santa had nothing to do with anything. It was just a really fun, cool story, and enjoying the story of it all. So it was funny that he even wanted to be a part of it this year, just so he could be on camera, but he was too tired. And we told him, like, it might even spoil the gifts if you're like, like carrying them to the thing, and you feel the weight, you hear the sounds or no sounds of whatever the gift is, might spoil it for you. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. This Christmas was a very unique Christmas. And this year I decided to wrap the gifts, and I marked them all with like Oliver A, Violet A, Oliver B, Violet B.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like, we try and obviously make it even for like what they get, but sometimes like, you get like one kid $100 thing and you get another kid $33 things, right? So this year, I marked them all and I wrapped them all together in like equality, and then also in order, just for fun to see what they would do. And so they opened like all their A gifts together and all their B gifts together, and that was pretty fun. Just a new thing. And next year, I mean, we were up at 5 a.m. doing this. We told them they could wake us up at any time. Yeah, some families have like don't you dare touch us till 8 a.m. or whatever.
7:30.
Nice. This year we were up at 5, and by 8:30 I was like wondering what I was going to do for lunch, and I'm like, oh dang, it's only 8:30. I'm going to go have a shower and go back to bed, which I didn't, but we had a great time. Like it was like as ultimately first world as it could get. And I think every prayer we said before whether it was a meal or anything else, it was just, I emphasized thanks, because it was a good season. Season.
That's good.
And I mean, it's been raining so much.
Mm-hmm.
And because we're one of those houses that flooded 4 years ago, like just anytime it's just nonstop rain, I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we paid like $1 bajillion to make sure we weren't, but it's so good. So to everybody that helped and all that kind of stuff, it's just been a really good season of thanks. And it's been fun too, because like, we're playing Path of Exile at the same time, and everybody else and all their other different, whether it's beliefs or traditions or anything, you hear people wishing people happy birthday, Merry Christmas, or, happy holidays, whatever it is. It's just, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice, wonderful community. So heartfelt Merry Christmas or happy holidays and Happy New Year to all of our listeners. We love you very much.
It was a good week.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to get the mystery box. Wait, how do I get the mystery box?
I don't know if you can anymore.
Oh, really? Did you have to go on the day?
Yeah. Well, log into the game right now. Just take 2 seconds and do it.
Well, I was in the game.
I don't know if it's
today.
Christmas only for 24 hours.
Oh.
But the thing is, I didn't notice. Aaron didn't notice. Yeah. We had a thing. We both had reminders of like, make sure our spouse gets a mystery box.
Logan even told me. I forgot.
Yeah. So, but log in. Take 2 seconds and log in.
I was in there earlier today, so I'll check after we record.
There's no pop up, but it does just automatically show up in your consumables.
Oh, so
in the
I
store.
could have it there then.
But it wasn't about logging into the game. You had to load the store.
Oh, really?
That's what. Yeah. Let me bring it up.
Interesting.
Thanks, GG, for the Christmas rules. No, that's
super cool that they brought it back.
That's an unfair side comment because I wanted to say thank you very much for the MTX just for logging into your game. It is pretty sweet
because they haven't done that in a minute. Like it's been a bit since they've had the
they
free
didn't
ones.
do it last year. I remember mentioning, not necessarily as a criticism, but just like they must be really not off their rocker in terms of like them thinking of stuff, but just being so like busy that they forgot to do that stuff because they did that for 12 years straight before last year. And I think last year they forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if free stuff is free, you can't complain about free stuff. But like, I remember last year being like, wow, like they're really pressed if, that's something that they forgot. And of course, this year they did, and that was great. This one says how to redeem. To redeem your Last of the Druids mystery box, all you need to do is open the in-game shop. Yep, either in Path of Exile 1 or 2. So you would have had to open the shop.
Was it only on the day? I probably didn't do it then. Where does it show in PoE 2? Wait, that says new. I did get one. Last of the Druids.
The free mystery box will be available. The free mystery box will stop being available at January 8th. So you're good. Christmas lasts until January 8th. May as well do it now just in case.
I'm opening it right now.
Good.
I opened it.
I'm glad you are.
Well then,
I want to know what you get. Tell us live.
How do I open it? Oh, just open. I got Desert Hourglass Map Device.
You got a map device? Yep. Dude, that's awesome.
Desert something. I closed it.
I got a map device. And I was going to brag to you, but now you got the same thing.
What did you get?
Map device. I got a map device. I don't know which one I got. I assume there's two. I got one of them.
Mine was it said a desert. Yours said prison. I didn't see anything about a prison on mine. I don't know what that is.
Hang on. I'm bringing up the link. It takes like 4 links to get to the link, but hang on. Oh, there's some feet. Oh, that's a zoomed in face. Hey, nice boobs. Like it. Okay. Nice knees and toes. Oh, you got a little toy wind up there. Aaron got the weapon here. I'm going to send this to you.
Ooh, a weapon. Fun.
WhatsApp or Discord?
Both is fine.
Okay.
Either or.
In Discord. When you get to the weapon, Aaron got the staff weapon.
The staff.
Portal effects. Those are cool ones. Okay, what's this one? Desert Hour, Wasteland Hourglass, and Crimson Hourglass.
Oh, wait. No, I got the Desert Hourglass Map Device.
Okay, which one did I get? It says in the thing. Hang on. Oh, apparently. So there's the Desert Hourglass, the Wasteland Hourglass, and the Crimson Hourglass. And apparently I got the Prison Waygate Map Device. Oh, no.
Dude, the Prison Waygate is crazy. Do you see it?
No.
Holy balls. Scroll down. Prison Waygate Map Device.
But I see 3. I see Desert, Wasteland, and Crimson. Where do you see Prison?
No, those are Hourglass. Keep going. Prison Waygate.
What's an Hourglass? That's a map device.
I thought you said you got the Prison Waygate Map Device.
Yeah.
This one's called legit exactly that. Prison Waygate Map Device. It's underneath the desert.
Oh, wow. It's a map. It's
like long.
It's separated.
Length.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that for me. I'll see if I can change it. Oh, that is cool. Man, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah.
Anyway,
thanks, GGG. That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
And you got which one?
Desert Hourglass Map Device. It's just up a little bit from that.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
So, because I'm a Prince of Persia fan, and I don't know why, but I always love the Prince of Persia story.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's always fun when they do that stuff.
That's really cool. Yeah, totally. So anyway, thanks, GGG. Love it.
Very cool. I see. Sorry, we're kind of just jumping right into this week in PoE.
It's all good.
I really like those display things. They're very cool looking.
Well, I'm glad you had a good week with your family, man. That's good. ETH come out?
Nope, January.
Okay,
so
just for funsies?
Phone call. Yep. Well, yeah. Then they'll come to do sort of the holiday stuff. Doesn't work around Christmas time,
nice.
So. Yeah.
Do you kind of have a system that's usual now? Like, does he typically come in January? Is it typically for a certain amount of days or what?
I don't know. This is only the 3rd year, so I haven't really set any.
Only the 3rd year. Pretending it's not. Yeah, come on.
No, whenever they want to come in, we're in. So.
All right, cool.
No,
do Matthew's parents live out here?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Nice and easy.
You betcha. Nice, man. Cool. Well, congrats on your portal effect. Is that framed?
No.
Then I don't know what's happening. Uh-oh. Justin got a gift with our faces on it. Animated faces. Oh my goodness. No way. Where'd she do that? That 2 decks?
One's for you.
You got 2 card decks with our faces on it?
Yeah.
So, have you played
One's
with them
for
yet?
you. No, that's literally the first time they just was opened.
That's
Santa brought me
crazy. So, wow. Thank you, Santa.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never, ever thought I would say this, but it's going to be kind of weird playing with card decks.
I'm not going to play with
on
them.
It. You bet we are. You're going to have games night some night coming up, and we're going to include those cards.
Yeah, you're going to have a pair.
A
set, whatever it's called.
Yeah, a set. 1 set. Cool.
Whatever.
Well, thank you, Santa. Christina. Thank you.
All right, let's talk about Path of Exile.
Is she actually Mrs. Claus?
Mm-hmm.
She's a hot Mrs. Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right.
So,
Path of Exile.
Yeah. Stuff, right? Got the MTX. All good things. All good things. 1 million hot fixes. Not 1 million. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I was reading through the hot fixes.
To 8 this week.
Mm-hmm.
Some changes. All good things. All good things. Lots of crashes.
Yep.
All good things. All good things.
I know they were going.
I gotta say, this week for me, it was nice to see all those crash bug fixes. Sometimes when you see the crash bugs, you're like, oh, okay, well, experience has been good for me.
Mm-hmm.
This week, crashing all the time.
You were?
All the time.
Oh, wow. Is that
all
on Xbox,
time.
PC?
Always kicking me out. Xbox, yeah.
Dang.
One awesome thing about Path of Exile 2 is it puts you back exactly in the same
where you were,
experience where you were. So unfortunately, it resets the fog of war, which really does not match well with the size of every map.
Yep.
Or experience. That's a really negative thing in terms of how that works. But besides that, it's if you were just crashing and then reloading, you just keep doing whatever process or system you have for that. And depending on that process, it still works out fine. So for me, because I constantly hug the right wall, it did work out okay. But it was crashing a lot to the point where I actually played some Age of Empires and I wasn't even in the mood for it. Like this was one of those weeks where I'm just, when I turned on the Xbox, it was to play Path of Exile.
Right.
And the only reason I was playing Age of Empires was because Path of Exile was screwing up with something. And
that's too bad.
This week, the majority of the time it was because of crashes. But I had a really good PoE week, man. I had a really good PoE week.
Yeah, I did too.
Did you play it all this week or was it all
No,
I mean, tis the season, right? So if you don't play, you don't play.
I played more than I thought that I would, but which was actually really nice. But I had a really good time. I mean, a couple nuances I switched over to the wolf. I think it's mentioned. And then I also switched to the occult. And I like that one way better.
The occult?
Or
you mean like the other...
Whatever the other ascendancy is.
Oculus, OQ,
it's Oka something.
No,
I thought it was occult.
Oculus, the acupuncture.
Oh, acupuncture, obviously.
That's what it is. No, it is
what it is.
I was really hoping I could load it before conversation got really bad. The druid has the shaman and the oracle. Obviously,
so close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the one that I am.
It was the oracle.
Yep, I switched that. I paid a divine to get run through for the 4th ascendancy because I don't want to deal with that.
There is a 4th ascendancy?
Yeah,
I thought there was only 2.
I needed it so like with the I'm gonna just keep calling it the occult because it feels better. You really need the 4th point. Like there's just it's too good to not have.
What do you have?
Points.
Hang on, let me bring it up again. So because I'm not the occultist the Oculus. Nope. So let me.
Oculus. What is this? Meta? Come on. Didn't they make an Oculus? No, maybe it's not them. Okay, whatever. All
right. What do you have?
Forced outcome and entwined realities are what causes all 4.
Don't. It's okay. What was your first one? Lesser harm.
Lesser harm.
Okay. Damage of enemies hitting you is unlucky. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. What's next?
And then follow.
I actually put in for part of my like defense first stuff in Path 1. It was all about getting like reduced crit chance. So I like that. Unlucky, and it's just one thing instead of investing like 15 nodes to get 100% curse or crit reduction. I like that. Okay.
And then
the second was forced outcome.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is inevitable?
So it basically means that you will crit, but your damage is decreased each time it re-rolls to try and crit.
So that's an underscored term in Path 2, inevitable?
Yeah.
Guaranteed but reduced what?
It's called gain. I think they call it gain inevitable hit and inevitable critical hits. And then so inevitable itself is not the term. It's basically, I feel like the actual thing says gain inevitable critical hits. And that is what you can mouse over. And it tells you that it re-rolls until you crit by decreasing your damage each time.
Okay, so you're guaranteed a crit, but it's your damage that's reduced.
The damage bonus,
of course.
Sorry, the crit bonus is decreased each time it has to re-roll.
Oh, okay.
Until it basically just doesn't do any bonus damage, but it's
so
still
that would be
crits.
really strong on a build that procced off of crit, but not necessarily cared about its damage. Okay, cool.
And then after that, my whole reason for wanting to try it was the unseen path. I just wanted to see what it looked like.
Sure,
and it was really cool. And then Lord, Entwined Realities is sick. It is one of my favorite.
Oh, that's what you were WhatsApping about all week.
Yep. I love that.
So that's the one with where you can allocate a keystone and that you get notables within the radius that you can allocate without pathing to them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I went blood magic to get all the stuff down there. But then I just love how funny it is to go for you're taking Ancestral Bond, which gives you nothing. But you're picking up so many nodes around it. It was such a fun.
That is cool. That's cool. And as I was theory crafting last week, I realized how much, just as a minion player, how many really cool clusters were gated behind the Oracle.
The new ones? Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. Then you have 200 nodes gated behind the Oracle?
Yeah, there are quite a few. I will say, I didn't find that I was taking a ton of them. So I probably have 15, maybe 15 of the nodes, maybe 15. It might not mean quite that much. It might be closer to 10. But it is nice to have. It's cool that they're there. For me, there's not a ton that I was using, but it leads on to Entwined Realities, which is currently my favorite.
That's cool.
Ascendancy point. So, and then I've had a lot of fun. I switched over to Wolf and I'm doing cold damage. And I love cold damage in every game we've ever played because that smashing feeling like you're exploding sounds good. It's fun to play.
The debuff aspect, whether it's chilling or freezing in PoE. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have had so much more fun playing the Druid that way. I'm into tier 15 fully read, rolled maps. And I think my biggest struggle is just that I'm running out of reasons to play. There's just not enough for me to want to do. I really tried with the temple, and I think the temple has got the potential to be so cool, but it's so poorly explained that when you go into the temple, we tell you need to get to the architect, right? I get to the architect, I play some things, don't really understand what I'm doing because it kind of is telling me where to put certain things and they're way on the outsides. And then the next time I go to the thing, it blows up and my whole temple disappears, most of it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so I start building it again.
Yeah, am I supposed to do it and then remove it? Or am I supposed to not do it and let it go?
And what was I trying to get to? And then, so I see this temple and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll work towards this architect. I work towards this architect again. I kill him. When I come back out, I place these new blocks. And that was the only time I heard Doriani say, whoa, why you didn't even connect to Atziri. Blah, you're going to have to start over again. And I was like, okay, what the F? I totally missed that. So my temple gets blown up again. So finally I get my temple going again. And I realized that I've added this key and you need to get to this key in order to fight Atziri. And so I don't really understand how that works. I wasn't sure if it unlocked her. So then you could build towards it. So I built towards the key and it says, you need to be connected to Atziri before you can use the key. I was like, son of a bitch. So then I rebuild
It's like when your kid makes their own board game and they don't tell you all the rules right away. So like, as you're going, you're like, oh no, you have to do A. And, oh no, you have to do B. Oh no, you have to do C and then D and then E. And then it's like, okay, Dad, you just like don't like understand.
Yeah, you don't get it.
Just don't play.
I go back in and I start rebuilding my temple again. So this time I connect the key to Atziri. I do the key, I do the temple, I do the key, and I'm feeling really good. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm going to get to fight Atziri. I go in, the Atziri cutscene plays. I fight Atziri. She goes into the second stage. I don't remember what happened, but somehow I just messed up. I missed a tell because I'm trying to learn the boss. I've never fought the boss before, and I died. And Grinding Gear Games was like, good luck next time, because the whole temple blows up.
You don't.
And I have to do it again.
You don't
and I'm
get
like,
a second try?
I didn't get a second try. I didn't get like nothing. I take away, like, don't even give me loot. I'm fine with that. But like, let me at least figure out the tells so I understand with the next, because now I'm going, right. Do I really want to build this again? Because now I got to get back to an architect, find a key, then build it again to the key plus Atziri. It was getting a bit frustrating. I'm sure there's some magical way to lay out the temple, but I don't want to play Harvest again. Like I want to do the temple. It seems like there's fun things within it, but I don't understand it. I don't know what upgrades things to what. I don't get how some things work.
You know why Synthesis didn't go core, right?
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's crazy because sad. GGG's not the greatest at tells. Some bosses are awesome, whether you like them or not. Like the tells are there. It felt like a really good fight. I just didn't know. And the other bosses aren't, and all of a sudden you take damage. It's like, what was I supposed to do? And I don't mind a boss fight where it's like it's your third or fourth or fifth time where you're like, oh, that's it. Like you go in knowing you're going to take this massive hit because you're staring at the boss instead of yourself. But to have something where it costs so much to get there, and then
not to get a second shot. It's like,
okay, you have to pay that again just to witness it a second time.
It was a bit disappointing because I was very excited to have finally made it to Atziri. The fight was very cool. It felt really, I don't know, it just felt epic. I really enjoyed it, but I just did not realize what I had missed. And when I died, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's it? The temple's done. I can't go back in and fight her again. So
the beta life, man.
It's weird though, because they switched on a lot of stuff to allow you a second chance to fight. Like they've done the way they've done some of the new, or not even new stuff, but just whatever breach bosses and map bosses. I don't know. They've given you better shots at it, but it also, so I had a bit of a frustration and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this again. And I don't know why, but I came back and I was like getting right back into it, having a good time. But yeah, the temple just kind of took a bit out where I was like, I don't know if I want to put this time in again.
Did you bother trying the temple more?
I'm still doing it.
Or did you just ignore it? Really?
No, I'm still doing it. I'm trying to understand, like, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's some way to build it that I don't understand. And the fact is, like, you just run past it. It's not really that big of a deal. The only thing is when it does pop up, I'm like,
you to go in. Right. I ignore it. And you know why? Because it sucks.
I don't know if it sucks.
When, I go into these rooms and there's 5 enemies. Okay. Well, that was, wait, like I'm looking at
some of the lower tier ones.
I'm having to go like map, no map, map, no map. Where am I? Okay, back. And then I hit 6 enemies. Okay. So I'm getting an exalt. Okay. Like just drop me an exalt in the map that I'm doing so I can keep playing. Like I don't need to spend an extra bit just for this, like it's just a lot.
I don't feel like it's too bad,
and then I finally get to it. But then I get these puzzle pieces and I'm supposed to care. And I'm like, no, I'm playing this to fight monsters. Like there's not enough in this content for me to care in the low levels. Like I'm still low level. I'm white maps. Like, but I'm like, this is like really interrupting the fun part of my experience and I'm not getting much out of it. That's where I'm coming from with it. So I'm coming through this and I'm like, I don't want to spend the time to do it. I don't want to play content where I'm constantly opening and closing my map. There's not enough enemies in it. And if you're going to give me this bench that lets me do this thing, and then I have this really clunky controller UI system for it, where I have to like unsocket this, put it in my inventory, quickly swap it over, then put it back. Right. Bad. Like
skill gems is
just
brutal.
Drop me an exalt in the map that I'm in. Like, give me a chest that gives me an Exalt. I don't need to go through like 15 minutes of this crappy content.
Giving quality or an extra socket to a skill gem?
No, but honestly, ever since campaign, I've been skipping the league content because it's not worth my time. It's not worth it. I could just go map. And sure.
Yeah, maybe for some stuff, but like there are some parts of it that I do find quite fun and I can move through it relatively quickly. There is a fun aspect to you built this layout, like, and you're trying to work your way through it, but it's very, very poor at walking you through what you should do or what's, you know, it's not, I don't even want to be told what to do, but I can't tell what a block will do besides look at the color of the green that's around the other blocks and then move it over there and wait and see which one gets an up arrow. I don't really understand. Maybe there's a smart layout. If I understood which ones interacted with each other, like if it just said somewhere, then maybe I could plan it out a little bit more, but also the randomness of just destroying it. I was like, so.
It is weird because when you take that extra step, and I love the fact that GGG is trying to make Path of Exile 2 a lot more user-friendly and descriptive than Path of Exile 1. Like Path of Exile 1 was, you couldn't recommend it to a new person. The only person you could recommend Path of Exile 1 to was somebody who's already played Path of Exile 1, right? Explain a little bit further what they're missing kind of thing. But to encourage Path 1 to somebody who's never played it before it's a far miss. So Path 2, I love the direction they're going, but when you get into the aspect of like the tutorial system at the beginning where it's like, this is how you allocate a passive node. This is the button you hit for a life flask. When you are low on life, you hit a life flask. You expect that starts setting the precedent that you're going to be explained things going forward. And then all of a sudden they just stop. Like they tell you the obvious stuff that you don't need to be told, and they don't tell you the things you need to be told. And if you are going to go through the process of helping people, you need to continue that process. You can't just all of a sudden fall flat. You know what I mean? It's like taking out a homeless person for dinner. Okay, well, that's nice, but like they're going to need groceries tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like there's the short term and the long term. There's no point in the short term without the long term. So when you have content that comes out once every 4 months, that's something you need to consider. How are you encouraging the person? Especially like even once you get to end game, you have Doriani talking to you like a child's mobile game. Boja, pop up. And I still don't even know what's going on. But then you add the league content to it. You just kind of have to like correlate it all together. And there's a lot that I'm not understanding as well. And I feel like I should. I don't know where I'm missing it, but I am. Like even, what was it with the league content? I couldn't even find the button. After you showed me the RB button for actually starting the temple, I'm like, oh, there it is. Mm-hmm. Gosh, I'm an idiot. But at the time, I didn't feel like an idiot for missing it because it was so hidden. Now that I see it, it's obvious and I feel like an idiot. You know what I mean?
It's funny you've talked about the Doriani like talking to you like a whatever mobile game type thing, and I'd never really noticed it until the only time I noticed it when I came out of this temple that got massacred, and he was like, "Oh, you didn't even make any connections," and I'm like, "What? Wait, hold on! I'm supposed to read that little green text that just keeps. I don't pay attention to that ever." So I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks, man. Try this funny. Again." Mm-hmm. But the build's fun. The content is like there's something to do, but I just don't feel like there's enough of something to do. And I have tried, I really like pushing like higher, harder content. I'm enjoying, I'm only at like 4 of 8 on all the extra Atlas trees. My Atlas tree is all done, but their penalty of death or penalty for death is just so frustrating. I don't know why it's a hill that they are just so willing to die on, but one portal when you run a harder rolled map is not cool.
Oh, you're not talking XP, you're talking portals.
Okay. No, just portals. I just don't like, I don't like that if I roll a map really hard and I want to have some fun with some harder content and I'm playing in softcore where dying's okay. Give me another portal. Why? I just don't understand the reason to remove my ability to continue through it. It's crazy because if you, let's say you do one that has 3 portals. So it's only 4 tiers. It's still rare, right? And you run it And let's say I'm running rituals and I'm running breaches. And I do, like you, follow the right for the most part. So I'm traipsing through my map, having a good time, killing some stuff. I've got 2 of the rituals done. Maybe I got lucky and my breach rolled with 5 breaches. I've only hit 1 of them so far. Oh, I just come across the boss gate, go fight the boss, and I die. Well, I do have 2 more attempts to kill the boss, right? Because I have 2 portals. It's just to kill the boss. The rest of the map is deleted.
Right. If you die in the boss. See, that's also not explained in the game. It just happens and you have to discover it. You're mapping and you're mapping and you're mapping. And then contrary to when you die in the campaign, everything gets reset. Not the map, but all your enemies get reset. It's like all your progress is like, are you kidding? Yeah. Okay, I can't even rush to where I was. I got to actually kill through all this new content again. And then all of a sudden you get to maps and it's different. You die and everything's still dead. Even your drops are there, but you got to keep going through your map. But then the second, if you die in a boss fight, the whole map is erased and it's just boss fight. Like, there's 3 inconsistencies there, and none of it's explained.
No. So it was the thing that I was like, am I meant to purposefully skip the boss? Like, I guess I am, because the fact is when you loop around and kill everything else and complete the rest of the objectives besides the boss, a checkpoint will spawn right where you are standing so that you could teleport to the boss. But in my head, I'm just going like, why not just let me fight the boss? Cool. What's the downside to what? I don't understand. What's the downside to I fight the boss and die? Boss rushing. Like when they, but if that doesn't stop it.
Well, if you kill the boss the first time.
But if I don't kill the boss, I'm still right there at the boss. I get to just try the boss again, and I'm going to get the loot. I just don't get to complete the rest of the map.
Yeah.
So it didn't really make any sense to me. And a couple times I missed out on altars just because I, wasn't paying attention or didn't think something through with a boss fight, die. I'm like, oh crap. And then go back in. I'm like, son of a monkey. The whole freaking map is empty. But in general, I did have a really good time playing it this week. The build feels fun. I just wish there was a little bit more stuff to do in endgame. And more than anything, I just wish the campaign was shorter so that I could run another character. Because I really, really would like to play another character. I almost started rolling one this week, but I was like, oh, I'm going to get a chance to finally play it by the time I go back to work. So
another character that interests me is a ranged character, like bow and arrow, that does poison and bleed.
Using what skill?
Yeah, I don't know. No. I don't like any of them.
Well, what gave you the poison and bleed? Is there an ascendancy that you're thinking?
I love dots. Now, one thing I don't like about Path is that there's no limitless dot. Like in Path 1, you could stack poison as much as you could, as long as you could before the 2-second duration of poison expired, right? But in Path 2, for some reason, they made poison and bleed the same. Sure, they have their different durations and requirements, but at the end of the day, you can have one.
Yep.
One of this. If you want more than one, you can earn it, you can support it, you can stack it, but you have to do it. But at the end of the day, they're exactly the same mechanic, but just simply different damage types with different durations, which is very boring. But me being me, Tyler likes his dots. Tyler likes shooting an arrow and then going hee 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 and running in circles around them until they die. But then there's also supports that I've enjoyed. I don't know if they changed them. I haven't looked at it since 0.4 came out, but there are supports that encourage both bleed and poison, which I thought was really cool when I noticed them. I don't know, in 0.1 or 0.2, whatever it was. And so that's one that really interests me. But I mean, I tried a character. So this one was on standard. I tried it just the other night, just loading up my standard character, going through it. And you need clear. You need clear. Like a lot of the skills that they have are not, I know they tried to focus on that a bit this league. So considering that's on their mind, I'm sure they'll greatly improve it for 0.5. But currently it's still clear priority. And if you do crappy boss damage because of clear, that's fine. At least you're clearing. But if you do a single target build, you're just screwed in this game. And even just going up to Gregory, you're just screwed. The amount of enemies that rush at you in these hallways, you can't do single targets. So, not saying that wouldn't work for the build idea that I have. It's just there's not a lot of bow skills that interest me. They're all extreme, I guess you could say.
Mm.
Like they're all like, nothing's just like, I'm just shooting my bow and take that. You know, I think maybe Ice Shot would be like that, but everything else is like, I'm shooting plants. Oh yeah, check out this fireball. Or I don't know, like they're all, nothing's like, I'm not Legolas with any of them.
There's something plant related with the druid.
New, yeah, they added plant skills big time for this one. A skill that I love is Entangled, but there's an inconsistency with Entangled. It talks about slowing enemies, but it actually only slows movement speed. When you hit start and then pause the game and see what it's doing to a boss, it's technically only movement speed, even though the skill actually says slow, which is supposed to be action speed. So they're supposed to be acting like a temporal chains. So hopefully they fix that description to or skill so that it's doing what it says. But yeah, I just like the Legolas thing. And I remember like way back in like 1982, when they were talking about like how cool it would be for bow characters to also have a melee capability, like stabbing somebody with an arrow or a bow. They haven't added that yet, and not a criticism, just, it's beta, but I'm looking forward to that whenever that comes, because that'll add some really cool archetype aspects to the bow character, because right now everything bow related seems so magical. Like I just feel like I'm a witch. I feel like I'm a sorceress. I don't feel like I'm a bow character when I'm playing an archer.
Yeah, I think it's the same for a number of ranged classes. Like I played spears. Yeah. You're literally throwing magic.
I like the reason that I am these characters is I'm hardcore. I'm on the ground,
barbed wire at you.
Well, I don't know. Like I'm just fucking Legolas or Gimli. You know what I mean? Like just like,
yeah,
that's my fantasy. I don't want to be like pew, lightning bolt. Like that's not why I'm picking the character. I mean, sometimes it might be, but it would be nice to also not be. But right now, I just feel like no matter what class I pick, I'm a witch.
We go melee and play Molten Strike.
No, you kidding me? Like with that one weapon type they've released? Right. Yeah, no. I'm still doing minion instability, which I'm having a great time with. Absolutely loving it. And I've like min-maxed the whole like zombie timing for like what supports to have with zombies so they don't explode too quickly or too not. And same with my skeletons. I love the damage. Now, again, I know I'm skipping league content, so I know I'm missing out on optimizing my gear. But in terms of drops, I'm still at like 40% resists for 2 of them and 75 for 1. Having a really difficult time finding gear that's for myself. Again, I know I'm skipping league content. But one thing I'm having a really, really tough time with is physical damage. And Path 1 had a lot of different ways to deal with physical damage. You didn't have to do armor, right? But in this game, when you aren't mitigating, in Path 2, when you're not mitigating damage, you are taking massive chunks of damage. So in Path 1, like I could have endurance charges, right? Even just 2 or 3 would be a huge amount, right? You couple that with something like Enfeeble, and even if it's only doing 15%, like 15% of a boss's damage is huge. Or you add something like Arctic Armor in Path 1, and if you're stationary, you just focus on being stationary whenever you're not actually casting or including casting, and you're taking, what was it, 20% physical damage mitigation, and it's flat. Like there were a lot of really good non-armor ways to take physical damage, or at least mitigate it. In Path 2, there's nothing except for armor. I mean, sure, there's Enfeeble, and I'm using Enfeeble, but curses in Path 2 cost $1 million to cast. They're so expensive, right? Like as a joke, but not a joke. In Path of Building, in POB, when I'm like, okay, these are the 4 supports I want for my curse, I get a warning on the bottom that says you don't have enough mana to cast this curse, this skill. Like it's like 700 mana. And what, that's supposed to last like 12 seconds? Okay, well, I have other crap to do with my mana too. So it's one of those things like where I am taking huge amount of damage from some dumbass crossbolt or some tentacle from an enemy that I didn't see because it blends in with the terrain, but I have no options because I need my intelligence for my scepter. And if I don't put this intelligence into my scepter, I can't equip it. I need my rattling skeletons. That's what the skill is for. That's what the item's for. And so, sure, I could go down and get this armor, but now I need strength to equip that gear, which means now I can't equip my rattling scepter. And so, like, I actually don't have a way to deal with physical damage, because even when I focus huge amounts of my tree on energy shield, like one crossbolt, for some reason that sounds weird. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, one crossbolt.
A bolt from a crossbowman?
Yeah. Takes off like 1,000 because I don't have much physical damage mitigation. So I'll have 2,000 energy shield. Well, in 2 hits, it's gone. Like what? Like the stacking health in Path 2 is not the same as stacking health in Path 1. And so now that if I stack health, including like, or just like my health in general, which is life and energy shield,
effective health,
it's not the same. It's not a good equivalent. It's not a good defense to physical damage. And so I'm feeling obligated to do either evasion or armor. And I feel like energy shield, with the exception of doing something that has absolutely stupid recovery, which would require a unique item, there's really not a basic element of physical damage mitigation in the game currently. And I'm finding that that's actually a very big hindrance to me so far. I feel like, though, that you're not on that page because you're doing armor with your build, right?
Yeah, I'm going armor. Currently armor and ES, but I don't know if I'll keep that up. But because there's quite a bit of increases on the left-hand side for both of them. But I also freeze. So I'm pouncing in and basically freezing almost straight away. So there is still times where I will get those like one-off hits where I can't figure out what happened. But yeah, my guy is pretty high on armor, and hopefully will be a little bit higher soon. We can get a couple items. But yeah, my deaths have typically been like some sort of heavy degen that I can't figure out, even with like 68% chaos resist. I'm like, I don't know what that one was. I'm not sure what just did that. Or the odd one-off hits, just big slams. But there hasn't been I haven't had a ton of dying. But again, I think a lot of that comes to everything being frozen. It's hard to die if things can't hit you.
Yeah.
So, but the wolf is a way faster active playstyle than I had originally planned to play. Like you're
like a monk or a little bit slower?
No, it's like a monk. You're jumping everywhere, all over the place, leaping from one pack to the next. It's fun in the sense that everything's dying. It has incredible single target strength damage, but it's very quick. It's not a slow jaunt. I was talking with Ethan on Christmas Day, and he was saying, I just want my RF to come back. He's like, I want my RF in PoE too. Like, why? Give me my skill where I can just turn it on and just go for a stroll.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that's like MI, but you have to have 4 seconds of downtime.
Right. Yeah. So it's still going to probably keep my interest for a little bit longer, because there's a couple things I'd like to try. And then either I'm going to go back to playing a different game, or I'm going to suck it up and level up a sorceress, but I just don't know why I would do it.
Well, what is it if you felt the motivation to suck it up and tolerate the lengthy campaign? What would the sorceress provide you? What would you be excited for?
I just want to try the new Ascendancy. I have no clue. I don't even. Yeah,
it's interesting because each one of those Jinn Ascendancy nodes is 2 points. Like you could have all 4 with your Ascension, if I remember it correctly. Like 2 points, you get the travel node, and then the notable or the keystone, whatever you call them in the Ascension, and one of them is the Jinn power.
Right.
So you could go for many. And the one that interested me, 3 out of the 4 are based on commands, but one of them is passive, and the beetle one is the passive one.
Yep.
And that one interests me because that's like in lieu of corpses. You know what I mean?
What would you take with it though?
Like nothing else interests me in the whole thing. That's like every single Ascendancy, unfortunately. There's like one node interests me out of all of them. Like none of the Ascensions interest me at all.
Yeah.
The Shaman actually was one, but it wasn't because it was exciting. It just made things practical. It was just good practical sense. So if I went with the Shaman, they have that 120 plus flat spirit.
If you have no slots, yeah.
Yep, with no charms, which right now to me, unless like 2 charms is
I
like
assume
2
you'd
hits.
still have to have a belt piece that gave you enough open slots, but yes.
Sure. Yeah. That good point. But I mean, once you hit maps, you should be at 3 slots no matter what, right? And then there's the along that there's that tree of 2 notables that gives you really good defense, all based on what is it called? Adaptation.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's good there. So there's 3, and who gives a crap about the 4th one? But there was a 4th one that was also practically sparred.
Yes, for the runes one, and idols,
which the game doesn't explain, but bonded.
You basically have to take it and then see what it does.
Right. So super duper. Just like the Oracle. Hey, want some hidden nodes? Don't know if you'll like them, but here we go. But yeah, whatever bonded means, I'm sure that would be great, because at the end of the day, you're going to have runes in your gear anyway. So assuming a regular rune is capable of some sort of bond shin, then great. So that one makes practical sense for almost any build that I'm doing. Also, the Pathfinder has some good practical sense to them as well. There's just like lots that any build can use within the Pathfinder, as long as you're fine with that side of the tree. But Ascensions, to me, they're beyond practical. Like,
what do you mean?
I want to be excited by them. Like, that was my problem with the Necromancer in Path 1, right? Like, I was always the Necromancer because it made sense, but it was so boring. It was. There was nothing in it that excited me. Whereas, you know what's funny? The Occultist in Path 1, you know what really excited me about the Occultist? Plus 60 to Chaos Res. That node was awesome. Like, how great. Like, I'm like, yes! The rarest resist modifier in the game. I got plus 60 of that. F all of you. I got it. Like, I don't know. To me, that was like, that for some reason that excited me. That was worth it. But there's very little in Path 1 where an Ascension actually excites me.
Path 2.
It's just practical. Sorry, yes, Path 2. The Shaman, good practical sense, but I miss out on 104% minion damage if I'm going minions. And then, I mean, I
wonder what that difference is, though, made up with the Oracle. That percentage difference.
Yeah, but that's not the Shaman, though.
It's not the Shaman. Yeah.
Oh, it definitely would make up for it. The problem is with starting trees, it's available right away. So you're getting, like, for me, that's basically, it is. Like, you have to focus on it separately.
Yep.
So where does your damage come from if you're not getting it right away? Right? And my problem with these games is if I'm going armor, well, that's not helping me in a boss fight. The game literally says it doesn't in a boss fight. It says it's really good against little hits and really inefficient against big hits. The description says that. So it kind of discourages a massive investment for the sake of, investment, right? So I don't know. It's a tough situation for me right now, just to find something that's exciting but also efficient. So I'm really liking my build for what it is, but it's not rares that are my biggest enemy. It's those damn crossbowmen. They're the worst, man. Yeah. Crossbolt. But you know what, though? I've had a lot of fun. I've had my frustrations, of course, because of crossbolt men and women or monsters, but I've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed the min-maxing aspect of it. It's fun to finally find a version of the game, thanks to the infusion of power notable, that allows me to have power charges easily in a boss fight. I just got to find a way to manage my mana and physical damage mitigation, and also have enough intelligence to hold the latest version of a rattling scepter.
Yep, that's been my struggle, is trying to get a balance between everything for Herald of Ice.
What's Herald of Ice do?
Well, to run Herald of Ice, it's basically what allows you to do cold damage and then shatter everything and blow stuff up in it.
Okay.
It's the same as what it was. PoE 1. I think it's almost exact. Okay. Yeah, I think it's very similar. But getting it at max level, while also being able to hold my weapon and, well, not just hold the weapon, actually use I don't remember what it's called, but the Spirit Gem for you just generate rage all the time. But that's super high strength. So real fun. But it has been fun. It's been fun trying to dick around with this build and try and figure out what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And
it's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah,
it really is. And despite the fact that we have our criticisms, I do apologize. I interrupted you. So I'll make this quick. It's 0.4 is in a decent state for a beta for being able to just figure stuff out. Like there's a lot that of course needs work, like my personal experience as an example, but this has been the first iteration of the beta where it's been worth trying to figure things out, I guess I could say. And that's my favorite part of PoE. Trying the blind thing, trying your own, making it work, seeing how far you can get.
Yeah. I agree with you. This is the most I've played with the Atlas passive, even though I still really, really miss the PoE 1 Atlas passive experience. I tried playing around with this one, like, okay, maybe I'll try something different. It's definitely not, you're not as creative. You don't feel like you're doing, as much fun as what you do in PoE 1, but it has been fun. It's been good. I know it won't keep me for a super long time unless I decide to roll something else, but I need a bonus XP percent or movement speed or something.
Why don't you play with my bow and arrow idea of bleeding poison and see what you come up with and let me know what skill you chose?
Bleed Great idea. And poison.
Same skill.
Okay, what? Same skill?
No, don't. Same skill.
It all has to be in the same skill?
Well, yeah. Obs, Justin, don't mess with me. Here, hang on. No, stop. Sorry, you're making me get up. Hang on.
What am I doing?
PoE2wiki.net.
And you don't care what ascendancy?
No. Admixture. Support skills which causes damaging hits. Bleeding inflicted by those hits is more effective against poisoned enemies, and poison inflicted by supported skills is more effective against bleeding enemies. 20% more magnitude of bleeding inflicted against poisoned enemies, and 20% more magnitude of poison inflicted by against bleeding enemies.
Okay, besides that, what else benefits both of them?
I'm sorry, did you need more?
Okay.
How'd
you decide? How'd you design your build? Oh, a support skill. Found a support skill that I thought would be the bee's knees.
The bee's knees. Well, unfortunately, that's the state that I'm in terms of the available.
I do agree with you.
Options. That's more exciting to me.
Ascensions and skills. I was saying to Ethan that it's tough when you're trying to mess around with builds right now in PoE 2 because it doesn't really feel like it's there where you can do a ton of just like create your own idea and see if you can make it work. It's very, very hard to do that.
Sure.
In PoE 1, 2.
And though I've been cutting down a little bit my interest level in the ascensions, I would rather have an ascension boring but not limiting. Like, to me, admixture, having the bleeding and poisoned benefits, that's better as a support than gating that behind an ascension, because then when you're that ascension, you're like, oh, I have to do this as this ascension, or it's only one of the two options. I'd rather have it as a support that you can throw on, and I'd rather have more boring ascensions that are generic that any build can use. And so one of my criticisms of Path 1 is when you were an ascension, I felt like I had to play one of two ways.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas and that's not always the case. You could come up with creative ways to expand that a little bit. But at the end of the day, Path 2 is doing a much better job at generalizing. Unfortunately, that does come with a lack of excitement, but Path 2 is doing a good job, in my opinion, of generalizing ascensions so that no matter the build you're playing, it could be a decent option for you. As a minion player, minions are a great example. There's no minion ascendancy. You don't feel like you have to be a necromancer, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I look at the witch and I'm like, wow, all of those suck for minions.
It's almost like they tried not to make them good for minions.
Right. And they're the ones that have the minion starting nodes. But then, it's just one of those things where it's like, I appreciate the variety and the options that I have, the non-obligatory options that I have for whatever archetype I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. I could be the shaman and go with my poison bleed mixture, and there's nothing stupid about that. What's wrong with that? And one great thing about Path 2 is that I get to choose my attribute nodes. The attribute highway is up to me. I can do all decks starting from the Templar. And how amazing is that in Pathland? That's not a conversation we could have ever had in Path 2 or Path 1. Sorry, I'm all over the map with Path 1 and Path 2. But you start as a Templar, or in this game is currently just the Druid. You start as a Druid in Path 1, you're strength and int. That's it. You have no choice. You are stretching to get your 155 decks. In this game,
you have control over it.
I mean, I still think there's a pretty big imbalance between what the requirements of gear and skills have versus how many attributes or the amount of attributes you get on the tree. I still think there's quite the stretch. Like, it doesn't allow for variety. For example, me needing int and being concerned, like I don't feel like I can use a rattling scepter and also invest into armor gear. I don't think I can.
Well, really, like
get 200 int and 150 strength.
I don't know, man. You can get a lot in rings and belt.
Yeah, but that's
an amulet.
But to need that gear just so I can use the basics is odd. Like, I should be able to get the basics to equip the basics. And then if I want to go beyond the basics, fine. But to require RNG for the basics, that's odd.
Yeah, I don't know enough about like how it works with regards to just straight up drops, because I have no problem going on trade and fixing my resists and fixing my stats wherever I can make them work. The solo self-found is not my thing. So from trade perspective, it's been great. It's
the only way to play, Justin.
No, I disagree. Anyway.
Well, I'm glad you had a good week. A good Christmas week, too, for family, and a good week for PoE land. That's nice. Do you have any plans? You're hosting people for New Year's this year?
Yeah, people coming over for New Year's Eve, and we will be recording after. Yeah, this comes out around before New Year's Eve, but New Year's Eve is this week. Yeah,
that's
what it is.
So happy New Year, everybody. Be safe. Don't be stupid. If you're stupid, get lost. Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
Be dumb. Drink and walk. Drink and walk.
Get an Uber. Go for a walk. Have a nap. Get home safe. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up, friend. 325 Forever Exiled episodes later. I'm Justin, aka Tags.
And I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
Patrons, we'll catch you in After Dark. Everybody else, we'll see you next week after the new year in episode 326. If you're looking for more information, we have a website, foreverexiled.com. We have a very fun Discord. Pop in there and say hello. And Patreon and other ways to support the podcast, you'll find them down below. See ya.